Moi dis good afternoon avec tout les peuples haïtiens dans le monde et avec comment on va dire ça, everyone that speak English. I'm gonna do a 5-minute video in English and a 5-minute video and my language. I just send love and light to everyone worldwide. As an old soul that return, I want to touch base to these 2 Americans that were tragically assassinated in Hayti and Kwadebuke, where this couple, I was told, they have a foundation, an orphanage in Haiti. Haiti is not a place that you can just, even is seen to be a country that everybody do whatever they want, because right now we don't have a government in Haiti. We haven't been a government for a long time. This country is run by United States, including his ally. So when you say his ally, so Haiti has more than 193 countries that control Haiti, for some of you that don't know. So I say condolences to the parents of David with his wife that tragically went the way they went, including my brother, the Asian director that was working in the center with this family. And the children now that I don't know now what happened to them, what's gonna happen to them, sadly. So, but what I've been told, when that happened, what I find out, when Haiti in chaos like that, last time I heard the embassy asked every American personnel to return back to America. In Canada, I noticed every country was bringing helicopter to bring in the children, to bring in the people to their homeland. But what I realized, a lot of the American people, they choose not to leave Haiti. I know some of them invest in Haiti. Some of them, they don't want to own in this country. They don't want to own Haiti, including the Chinese, the Korean, the Spanish, the Cuban. Haiti is security for every other race, but not for Haitian, not for my people. My people running away from their home, my people in chaos every day, being murdered and killed every day, but not for the oligarch, not for the outsider race. They always live comfortable and happy in Haiti. Haiti is chaos just only for my people, for some of you that don't know. And Haiti having been governed by Asian people since 1806. Haiti been governed by United States. Every personnel you see in Haiti that living in Haiti, one in business, all type of business, including the Arab, the Lebanese, the Syrian, they all been running the country under the government for themselves. All the diplomat, all the consul, they do one in the country like they own the land, they own the country. Okay? I find out this couple that were one in the center. Haiti, everybody knows, heard about gang violence. Haiti doesn't have no gang violence. Haiti have instability created by the international government. We don't make weapons. Okay? We don't build anything, any form of weaponry in Haiti. Even what we call like a machete, we have to export it from outside Haiti. Okay, we don't build anything. We don't have no manufacturer. Everything, all these weapons being sent from outside Haiti, from all over the world. Israel, Dominican Republic, United States, Canada, Latin America. Okay, they don't want to control the land. We are people, including the so-called Asian government, which is the puppet, they're not government, because Haiti controlled by United States. Haiti, the one who's in charge of the military, who's in charge of the police force, who's in charge of the finance department, who's in charge of everything is run in Haiti by USAID, United States, Red Cross, the Roman Catholic, everything is running by them. Asian people is not running the country. It's United States that's running the country. Canada, Spain, France, Angleterre, English, UK. Okay, they're the one who's running the country. I find out David, they do choose Haiti, they call it good gangs, bad gangs. We heard about Jeff that located in that area where these couple get killed. But guess what? These couple were in relationship with these gangs. Okay? They feel comfortable in the area. And then guess what? Just you see, CNN went to Vitalom, that a brother for United States Embassy. This is their partner. Okay? You see Vitalom give them access to pick up the body of this couple that was assassinated. The way they assassinated. The question I have, I know Trump going to ladder, I know how much the Democrat Party don't want Trump to take power, to take office. They don't want Trump to be re-elected in office. And when I find out this couple, their father is a leader politic, especially a Republican leader politic. Because right now is Biden administration that's running the country, that's in charge of Haiti, always. Even if it's Trump president, even from John Kennedy, from Jefferson, they're the one who's running the country. After the assassination of Jean-Jacques Empire de Salines, the country been under control of outsiders. No matter who you see, a face of the Asian men that in the government, no. They're not the one who's running the country. The country belongs. The banks belong to World Bank. Everything in Haiti belongs to international government. It has nothing to do with the Asian or education, everything, you name it, that's going on. So I find out this couple that won in the orphanage. By the way, for some of you in English speaking that don't know, I'm also a victim of what's going on in Haiti. My family get kidnapped. My family get killed by these young men that have weapons in the country that terrorize the country. But American, the one with European, they think they can get away with everything anywhere you go. They think they're entitled. Okay? When they're in Haiti, nothing can touch them because they own the country. They won in the country. The gang's not gonna touch them. Lately, when you hear the gang kidnapping an American missionary and a nun or a priest, please, it is a setup by their own people to kidnap these people. They can make money off their own people. What I find out, and I knew, because I saw a lot of Asian people going crazy talking about the way this orphanage missionary, the orphanage owner, the way they were assassinated. You know what? I said, wait a minute here. I'm going to give it a week. They don't even talk about much about the Asian men that was murdered. That's how mentally psychological Asian people are when it comes to European race, when it comes to people they call white people. That's how sick they are. They don't even care for the man that losing his life, the director that losing his life, where David was located, the center. And guess what? As soon the murder happened, and the embassy, ambassador, Department of State said they wasn't able to send help. And then these couple were protected from the gangs. Okay, the gangs protect them there. So they are friends with the gang, just like the embassy. All of the embassy have control of these gangs because the young men that heavily weapon, heavily armed in Haiti work for the government of the international, including Dominican Republic. Because you remember, weapon is the biggest business for the United States. How many of us that been killed here by weapon in the United States every day? You think they'll be able to control that? They can't, because the weapon business administration, that's what sent them to get to office. That's the big investment for United States that's gonna give them money. The weapon is a big investment for Roman Catholic Vatican. The weapon is a big investment for the World Bank. Okay? As an old soul, I gotta tell you guys the truth. And it is the time for the light to shine. You guys need to know the truth, enough with the lies. David, with his wife that been assassinated in Haiti last week, is a setup by his own people. It's a setup by his own United States government. It's a political game fight between President Trump with Democrat. You see, they do everything to lock him in jail because this man, as a Gemini, he's not gonna hold his mouth. He cannot hold in lying. He's gonna telling you the truth. You see, they try everything to assassinate him. They do everything to put him away in jail. But Trump, big up to you. You're going to win that election. Big up to you, President Trump. I'm right behind you. Even you're not from the same race with me, I don't care. Like I said, I'm not looking for race, color of the skin. I'm looking for people that consciousness, that understand the difference from wrong and right. Trump is one like that. Trump is that kind of man. That's why you see the Democrat, even Democrat, Republican, they are the same skunk bag. They're not any different. But Trump, they don't want him to speak. He knows the game that's going on in Washington, and they don't want him to know. They don't want him to let people know what's going on. And the eyes of the people is open. Those that sleeping, let them sleep. Let them dead. They are dead anyway. But let me tell you something. This couple that dying in Haiti, it was a political setup that killed this couple. It was a fight between Washington and Washington, between Democrats and Republicans. It has nothing to do with these young men that murder these men. And also, David have a powerful weapon in Haiti. Did he have license for that? Even the government is not wanting by Haiti. He should come to United States, register his weapon here. Because Haiti, all these powerful weapon in Haiti, nobody, by the way, Haiti have embargo weapon. Haiti military cannot buy in weapon. United States put an embargo in Haiti, cannot buy weapon. How the heck David have this powerful weapon on his center and where he was living? How this happened? So this couple that been killed, they been killed, it was a government set up political game. It has nothing. That way they can force international intervention to Haiti, just like you see Biden want Kenya to go Haiti to go murder our people, to do a genocide on our people, just like Rwanda to killing our people because of our natural resources. Just like you see Clinton behind all this going on in Haiti. Where in the world, a president of the United States, you've been out in office for so long, just like Obama do. He writing book, he go do lecture. Why Clinton and Hillary Clinton cannot go do serving his own country here? Why Clinton and Hillary Clinton so interested in Haiti? Why they're so in love with my people who don't look like them? They can't even understand them when they speak. Okay? Right now, Haiti been destroying with the Clinton administration from Bush, from way back, Bush Senior. It's not a game. Why everyone wanna do an orphanage in Haiti? Guess what? Organ trafficking, sexual abuse. Why there in Wanamet? You know how many young boys that been sexually abused by these missionaries, by these non-organization, non-profit? You know how many of them that been sex these children, or children sometimes they take the organ, after they take the organ, send it abroad, and then they put fire in this building? How many of you American people that know that? I'm here to let you know, Haiti is not a country anybody should be playing with, because our ancestors are alive. Our ancestors there. Our ancestors know everything you guys doing. The reason Haiti is in that mess, because Asian people are damn sheep. They are sleeping. They reject their ancestor. Okay? They reject the culture. They reject who they are. Haiti is wealthy. Asian people should never escape Haiti to come to the US or anywhere in the world for a better life, because we were wealthy. We have all the natural resources to keep us very comfortable living in our own land. So, like I said, condolences to this family, the way they all die. All people dying every day in Haiti. United States shut them off. All people murder, kidnapping, organ trafficking. United States shut them off. Canada shut them off. UK shut them off. The world shut them off. Okay? because they seeing us like animal. They don't see us like human being. So this man has heavily weapon on his house. He was put in a fight with these young men. They were sent to the center because these men that went to the center, somebody sent them up. The embassy having this gang, United Nations, UN, OAR, Red Cross, all this organization in Haiti, they have these young men contact. Vitellum, Barbecue, Izo, you name it. Chef Canara, you name it. They know these men, where they're located. They know when to tell them to go out to go kidnapping somebody, including these Arab, Syrian, Lebanese. They know when to tell them go kidnap somebody for a lump sum of US dollar. These young men, these dollars don't go to them. This orphanage is a way to bleaching it, money laundering, to killing and murder people, young children or ancestors that born here in the planet. That's what's been going on in Haiti, for some of you that don't know. And guess what? CNN went to Haiti to interview Vitellum, and United States say they're looking for Vitellum. They offer $2 million in US. They have Vitellum image all over United States because they're looking for Vitellum. And CNN sending his reporter to do a report on Vitellum and Taba. Vitellum is a neighborhood to United States Embassy. Don't listen to this lie. United States is a liar. They are but nothing. That's all they do. They never facing the truth. They're always gonna be lies. They're not gonna tell the truth. For some of you wanna be in Haiti, having some experience in Haiti, do not go to Haiti now. Wait when the country change. Wait when our ancestors make change. Wait when our ancestors restore Haiti back to the culture. When he returned to the empire again, you can go visit Haiti. If I was all of you European, left Haiti, leave Haiti alone, let the Haitian people clean up the mess you guys made for us, because all the mess you see is going on in Haiti, that's made from the outside. That's all I'm gonna say. This couple that been killed in Haiti, you hear his father with his big weapon. You see his father having his big weapon, shows, and asking the Biden administration to send a force to Haiti while away. They know what they're doing. It was about politics. And you see Trump also said to send in while away military to Haiti because it was a political game. It was a political setup to murder these couple in Haiti. That way they can justify to send a mercenary criminal to Haiti to genocide and our people. That's what I'm gonna say. Everyone, have a good weekend. Like I said, condolences to this couple. I hope you guys had a good heart what you guys was doing to these children. But let me tell you something. It's not a game. The truth must be told. The truth must be told. Okay? Haiti is not a game. So the embassy always saying when the country is in fire, to telling you guys to go back home and you guys stay in the neighborhood. Where these couple were located, guess what? Most people don't even live there. The Asian people don't even live there anymore because only the people that have nowhere to go, they end up living. But most people dislocated with all the gangs violence that going on in Canada and pretty much everywhere in the capital. That's all I gotta say. These young men then kill, murder this couple like that. Somebody send them there. And guess what? The embassy, United States, called Vitellum, they're looking for to help them recover this body, to help them recover the couple body. So you be the judge. You figure it out. For some of you that naive, don't want to know what's going on in Haiti, who created this chaos Haiti, all these weapons, all this murder, for some of you who don't want to face in the truth. But the truth must be told. I'm here to bring in the light to the wall, to telling everyone the truth. Bye for now.